Institute for Higher Consciousness, or IFHC is what we like to call it. Listen, I am so excited about the things that I've been learning. They've literally opened my spirit. Some of the things, some of the concepts and the ideas are things that I've never ever thought about. I'm telling you, there's one teaching about the elements, and I'm not going to get into it because I can't do it. But that teaching right there alone is absolutely life changing. And so I'm telling you today, you need to join us, join up, join the courses, sign up, do whatever you need to do, make the investment. If you want to see a change in your life, you need to join IFHC today. Your mind will be blown 1000%. Regina L. Stillman is one of the most brilliant minds that I've come across in the last 30 years. So I'm telling you right now, you need to be in these classes. IFHC, Institute for Higher Consciousness. I want to see you there. All right.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. Not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory. We give you peace. We give you honor. We give you blessing. We give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you. The fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name. Ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes, You O Cubed. What does O Cubed stand for? One-on-one. It's just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I appreciate you for joining me on this fine day. Yes, today it is Tuesday, March the 7th in the year 2023. I tell you what, it is a marvelous day to be alive. It's a marvelous day to be here, and I'm so glad that you're joining me in this space on today. Now, listen, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's get this party rocking. Let's get this party crack-a-lacking, because you know how we like to do it. We like to go over and see who brought all the peace, love, joy, and happiness and the soul into the Lions Den this morning so that everybody could be here and be a part of it. Listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Each of you that came in bright and early, or I should say dark and early this morning, because listen, you always bring it and you bring it good. I want to give honorable mention, if I might. We have the fourth person in the room this morning, and this is my lady right here. My lady was here, and I appreciate you. So let's give some love up, y'all. This sister right here comes in just giving the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness, and that's none other than Queen Shauna. I appreciate you, sis. I absolutely, positively do. Come on in here. Yes, that's my lady. Thank you so much, Queen Shauna, for coming in the room. Now, the third person that came in the Lions Den VIP section this morning was none other than Cassandra Isaiah, otherwise known as Sassy Cassie. Come on, sis. You did that. So much mad love to you. Now, the second person to make their way into the VIP section of the Lions Den this morning was none other than Dr. Dady Priest. You did that, sis. You did that. Congratulations to you, and come on in here. Come on in here. Mad love to you, and I appreciate you for that this morning. But the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair is none other than Den Darn, you did that thing. You did it. Come on in here and get your lips, your hips, and your fingertips, sis. I appreciate you. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Let me get all your cheering squad up there. There you go. Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Come on. Giving it up to you. Den Darn, my beautiful sister from the UK, is the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. And so I appreciate you guys because you come in every single morning, every morning that we stream and broadcast, and you guys are in the midst, ready to get the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness ready and going here in the Lion's Den. Now, you know, a lot of us are kind of slow. We like Uncle Joe, we moving kind of slow on this Tuesday morning, which is quite all right, because I think some of us had some very hectic weekends, but guess what? We're here, saints. We're here, and that's what it's all about. I appreciate everybody that made your way in this morning. Now, you know, I like to come down after we get all of the VIP section addressed and loved on. I like to come here because, you know, these are my babies right here. Yes, these are my babies right here, and I couldn't make it without them. Shelly Thunder. Yes, Shelly Thunder is my prophetess. Shelly Thunder, she will give you the word. She'll pray for you. She'll bring you through. Thank you for that mod love, Stacy546. Thank you for that mod love. I appreciate you and I see you. She'll give you all of that, but she'll also block your tail. I see you, Shelly. Come on in here, sis. Thunderclap is in the room, y'all. She's in the room. I see that mod love, Cassandra Woke 2022. Yes, she'll do all of that. You are precious to my soul. And then we're led by none other than the leader of the pack. Yes, the Rebel Inc. Yes, she's one of the newest partners of Twitch. I just like to say it. I just keep saying it. We said it all last week, and I'm gonna keep on. Queen Shauna, I see that. I see that, mod love. Thank you so much. Top bosses. Yes, they are. They are top bosses, and I love it. I love it. No, Tall Pumps, you're not the only one moving kind of slow this morning. You all right. Because I said, you came in here and you can swing on that thing. You didn't get me. I said that thing. That thing. Now, I see you. Come on, Fairly. Thank you for that, mod love. I appreciate you in here. Yes, I'm talking about the Rebel Inc. She is a streamer, and if you're not following her, quit your ways. Yes, quit your wicked ways, because listen, the Rebel Inc. is the real deal. She'll bring you those anti-morning bangles and the cracks, and she'll have you just doubled over. She'll also bring you Church of Funk on Sunday mornings. Yes, Church of Funk in the room, and she carries us on up into the heavens. Absolutely, positively does, and I appreciate her for that. Then we have the Quiet Storm. The Quiet Storm, Michelle Browno. Now listen, I'm going to just tell you something special is going to happen today, because I think the Quiet Storm was the first one in the room this morning. She was the first one in the chat this morning. So you might as well get ready. Listen, we used to sing a song back in the day. Something good is going to happen to you this very day, this very hour, because the Quiet Storm is here. Yes, Michelle, you were the first one in the chat. I said, Lord, look at here. What's going on this morning? But I'm not mad at you, sis. I'm not mad at you. Come on in here with your beautiful self and change the atmosphere. These three are my blessed trinity, and I love me some them. And thank you all for putting that mod love in there, because listen, they are deserving of all of that and then some. Now, coming on around and coming on down, and we like to come around and say good morning to everybody. As my mother said, when you walk in the room, speak to somebody. I'm having all kinds of issues here this morning, but that's all right. Tall Pumps, I see that, mod love. Now looky here. As I said, Michelle Browno was the first one in my chat. Come on, sis. I love me some you. Den Darn, I see you. That's my beautiful sister from the UK. And just to be clear, everybody in here is beautiful in your own way. Everybody's beautiful. Y'all don't know nothing about that either. Anyway, then darn, I see you in the room. Come through. Stacy 546. Did y'all like? Yeah, I have my swing like that was my rendition of Everybody's Beautiful in Your Own Way. But that's my Stevie Wonder rock right there. Something about these sunglasses. When I put the dark ones on, they make me feel like Stevie, and I just, if I start singing, I just start swaying side to side. Only thing I need to do is just, do a little bit of this. Anyway, so I see you, then darn. I see you. Downtown, Melvin Brown, you're in the room this morning. So much love to you, and I appreciate you. Come on in here, my brother. Come on in here with your shouting shoes on. Coming down, and I see Stacy 546. That's my beautiful sister right there. Yes, I love me some you, and I appreciate you for being in the room this morning, sending all kinds of love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness your way. I see my dearest friend, Fairly All Day. Come on in here, sis. That's my friend. That's my sister. So much mad love coming to you. What are we brewing this morning? What are we brewing? I don't know what we're drinking today, but whatever it is, I know it's going to be good. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm seeing who else is in the room this morning. And who do I see but Tall Pumps is pumping tall. That's my sister. That's my friend. I hear you saying that you're moving kind of slow this morning, but that's okay. I think several of us are. It's all right. It's okay. Y'all gotta, okay, I'm gonna let that conversation go on. I was trying to see if I was missing something, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Sometimes you got to stay in your own lane. Hood morning to you, Tall Pumps. Hood morning to you. And you know I love me some you. Then I see The Gift, Nathan Lamont. That's my sweetheart. That's my guy right there. All I need, Nathan, is just one good squall. I just need one good squall from you, because it'll make my day. You're my baby, and you know I love me some you. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm seeing who else is in the room. The Rebel Ink is here, y'all. The Rebel Ink is here. So much mad love to you, and come on in the room. Make yourself right at home. I love you. I love you. I love you. Then I see Queen Shauna 21. Come on in here, sis. Mad love to you. Come through. You're doing Death Wish coffee this Fairly, you're doing Death Wish coffee this morning. Well, go ahead. I'm not mad at you. I need it too. Come on, share a cup with me. I need a cup. Send it over here. Send it on down, Lord. Send it on down. Let the Death Wish coffee come on down. Now listen, I appreciate you, and I see you. So much mad love to you. I see Music Spasms. Come on, my brother. Come on, so much mad love to you. Thank you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Nothing but love to you. Come through, and I love me some you. Come on, KK79. You know how to come in. You come in roaring. You come in like a ninja. And you got this thing down with all your boss energy. I appreciate you for being in the room this morning. Come right on in and have a seat. Cassandra Woke 2022. She is here. And I appreciate you for being in the midst. Listen, sis. I always appreciate what you contribute to the Lion's Den. And listen, it is much. Let me say that. It is so much that you contribute here in the Lion's Den. I appreciate you. I went back and looked at class. That class Saturday was good, y'all. I enjoyed that class myself. I went back and I listened to what you were sharing in the class. And I said, girl, you better talk your talk and walk your walk. Yes, Cassandra Woke 2022. You are definitely woke. You surely are. Coming on down, and I'm looking in SB 1987. I got a little taste of you, and I got to see your stream. I didn't get to come in and chat because I was commuting at the time. As a matter of fact, no, I wasn't commuting. I was actually out there. Listen, I cut my yard yesterday. I said I'm going to get a little relaxation in because, I like working in the yard. It's like therapy for me. But when I tell you that yard whipped my tail, that yard whooped my tail. I had SB 1987 playing in my ears, in my earbuds while I was out there working. I was been working in the coal mine, going down, working in the coal mine. Oops, another slip. Y'all don't know that one. Lord, I'm so tired. How long can this go on? That's what I was saying to y'all. Now, I know I jumped over into, now Stacy 546 might know a little bit about that. You might, because listen, that's some Bonner. That's some Bonner right there. working in the coal mine, going down. Listen, I was like, how long? Lord, I'm so tired. How long can this go on? So y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. So, you know, just that like I said, that's the I was at the thirst trap feast. Woo! Listen, that yard whooped my tail. Oh my God. So at the end of the day, anybody know about working in the coal mine? Anybody, if you know working in the coal mine going down, put a 1 in the chat, because I know most of y'all don't know nothing. Y'all like, what is she talking about and what is she singing? Listen, that was my line. Lord, I'm so tired. How long can this go? Oh, MCPA12, you know something about working in the coal mine? Stacey, I know you do, because that was a Bonner fave right there. Yeah, the SB 1970, you don't know nothing about that. Listen. Gift Nathan Lamont, you know about working in the coal mine. Come on. Listen. I went to a school that was largely populated with white students. So, you know, I got a little on both sides. And so I love it all. I absolutely love it all. You can give me rock and roll. You can give me, hey, REO Speedwagon, come on in here. Listen, well, I'm not going to start going down memory lane, so I'll be here for a minute. I like country. I like rock. I like classical. I like jazz. I like it all. That yard work kicked your butt too. MCP, good morning to you. That's my cousin sister right there at Mad Love. Listen, it's something about that first cut, that backyard. The front yard wasn't so bad, but that backyard, oh my God, it rose up against me. Do you understand? It rose up against me and said, oh, you think it's going to be like that, but I got something for you. And I looked and I had to cut my backyard 3 times. And I do have a grass catcher, so a bag. So, you know, I don't have to go out and rake it all up and all of that. But I had to keep emptying the bag, and I cut, and then I'd empty the bag and cut. I said, Lord. And I had to cut the whole backyard 3 times to get it decent. And I want y'all to know, I do yard work. It's not like I just left my stuff out there fermenting like you know, I do yard work. But listen, that first cut, after all the rain that we've had and after all of everything else we had, baby, that grass said, you think it's going to be as easy as all that? You going to get your workout today. I think I sweated off about 10 pounds of sweat on yesterday on that yard, but it's okay. That's why I said I've been working in the coal mine. How long can this go on? Now, keep going, Regina, keep going. Now, listen, I see Big Teeth Deep Mom in the room. Come on in here. So much mad love to you. That's my biggest big sister right there, and I love me some you. Come on in here. Coming on down and listen, I got my mind is still on working in the coal mine going down. I must need to play that song today. I'm coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it. Listen, I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. I already know who's naughty and who's nice. Yes, I do. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm seeing who else came in. Who came in the basement while I was upstairs? I'm looking. Did I get everybody? John Studios. John, listen, it's a groove. It's a groove. Y'all need to go out there and get that song. It really is a groove. I'm looking and I'm booking and I see John Studios in the house, who is also a streamer. If you're not following John Studios, quit your wicked ways. I call him the angel of Twitch. He absolutely positively is. He comes in bringing all the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness, and just blesses everywhere he goes, everywhere his everywhere his feet touch, honey. He just is a blessing and a whole vibe. I love me some him. MCPA12, I said good morning to you, but let me say it again, my dearest cousin. I love me some you, and thank you for coming in, sister cousin. DJ Rollum is in the room, and good morning to you. So much mad love to you. So much mad love to you. DJ Rollum 27 is a streamer, y'all. If you're not following him, quit your wicked ways, because I promise there's a blessing on the way if you just check in. So much love to you, and thank you for coming to the Lion's Den. Now, all of that being said, y'all, let's come on around here. And you know how we do. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Because what had happened was, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, I tell you what, there was a whole lot of shaking going on. Yes, up there in the heavenlies, there was a whole lot of shaking going on. And let's just kind of get into this. Whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, I'm trying to tell you. Now, the top of the news brings us this. I see your coffee cup, KK79. Oh, did I miss you, KK? If I did, please, please, please count it to my head and not my heart. No, I think I mentioned you because I think I talked about you coming in looking all ninja and everything. But listen, I never, ever, ever want to miss anybody that's in my chat. I appreciate you for being here. Now, listen, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, 38 inches of snow fell. Oh, thank you, KK. I love me some you, sis. Queen Shauna, I see your coffee cups. Now listen, 38 inches of snow in less than a 24-hour period fell in the Sierra Nevadas. Now, y'all, listen, this. As we're looking and they say the snow, back-to-back winter storms, has several mountain communities in California trapped behind a huge wall of snow, and the people cannot get out. Fairly all day, I see those coffee cups. The people are stranded in the midst. You understand the words that are coming. Can you imagine 38 inches of snow? Lord, y'all keep that. I don't want any of it here. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear tell of it. But I'll tell you, my dear friend who is in LA, they had snow out the nose the other week, and they were snowed in. Utilities were off. You're over this winter. Listen, Queen Shauna, it is really not playing. It is clowning up in here. Snow in California, den darn. Snow in LA at that. And she said, of course, obviously LA was not prepared. And she was 3 days with no utilities whatsoever. So listen, this snow is creating and wreaking havoc out here in these here streets and byways. My mind keeps going to this 38 inches of snow. And they continue to have snow through the day. They're believing that there's going to be snow continuing and cold weather for the areas that are not getting snow. So Yosemite National Park is closed indefinitely because of the amount of snow. So, this is some stuff that, it's almost unprecedented. Cars are buried under the snow, and the piles, they're saying, are towering as high as second-story windows. Second-story windows. Dr. Daddy Priest, the high priestess, is in the room. Come on in here, Dr. Daddy Priest. Mad love to you. And Dr. Daddy Priest is a streamer. Engagement matters. If you're not following Dr. Daddy Priest, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless your whole life. I promise you she will. And I think, Dr. Daddy, are you the guest on someone's stream today? I think I saw that. If I'm mistaken, clarify. But I think you're going to be the guest on somebody's stream today. I believe it's today. Please put that information in the link. Now, you talk about cars being buried and the snow going as high as 2 stories up under the snow. The people and the pictures that I saw, that's a lot of snow, Tall Pumps. That's a lot of snow. Hopefully they were prepared with supplies. Well, that's one of the things that the article talks about, because supplies are running slow and low. So tomorrow, thank you, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Dr. Dady. Give us whose channel that's in. It's one of the DJs I cannot recall. But tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, join Dr. Dady Priest out there, and again, give us whose channel that's going to be in, and we'll show up for you. How about that? The supplies, Tall Pumps, you're hitting the nail on the head, because at this point they're trying to figure out, since they're so inundated with the snow, and they can't move around, they can't get out, they're having to try to cut past. DJ Honey Flows, yes, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in DJ Honey Flow. Join Dr. Dady Priest, and she will be a blessing to you over there. Thank you so much for that. Now, so yes, Tall Pumps, that becomes the issue. How are they going to get supplies when they're at a dead standstill? Because they're having, if you start talking and thinking about whether it's the 2-story high snow pile, or whether it's those that are in the 38 inches and cannot move, after a while, you're going to start running out of supplies. And that's what many people are very fearful of and experiencing right now. So at the end of the day, they say even for those that are not getting snow, that the Climate Prediction Center is calling for below average temperatures for much of the rest of the country all this week. So I don't know what it's doing in your area. I don't know what it's doing in your country, because everybody here is not in the United States. We have some of you that are in the UK. We've got some of you that are in Canada. We got some of you that are in Australia that check in on the regular. So I don't know what it's doing where you are. But at the end of the day, the Climate Prediction Center is saying that they're expecting to have below average temperatures all over. So get ready, buckle in, get ready for this cold. And they're saying that should run as far south as the Appalachians, as well into the Mid-Atlantic regions. So it is what it is, you all. It is what it is. Get ready and prepare yourselves. I'm done with the cold myself. It could leave and never come back. Man. What else can you do? No power and you're locked in. You got to stay alive. You got to stay active. You know what? I didn't read whatever Rebel said, but I can, just by Tall Pump's response, I can somewhat surmise what that conversation is. And I'm going to leave that alone. Rebels in here being rebellious. So I'm going to leave that alone, but I kind of got an idea what y'all talking about over there. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it just where it lies. Now, it was reported to me the other topic that's coming up. Rebel. The other topic that's coming up. Yesterday, they released, Tucker Carlson released a bunch of footage. And darn, we're expecting some in the next few days, just praying that it bypasses you where you are. I got you over there in the UK. Listen, I don't want to see, don't nobody bring, I'm like Eveline. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. I don't want to hear nothing about snow down here in Anna, Texas. Please, please, please believe it. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. I'm tired of storms down here. I said I moved here to Texas. They talked about the weather and how blessed it was going to be. I don't need heavy clothes and this, that, and the other. Next thing I know, honey, it's a blizzard, or it's not even a blizzard. It's an ice storm. Forget the snow. It just came straight ice. Honey, the temperatures have been just freezing and frigid. Don't nobody bring me no bad news, then darn. I don't want to hear nobody talking about bad weather down here in Texas, because the weather in Texas has just been, listen, it's been disrespectful. We came in and it was 110 for about 2 weeks. Yes, I said 110 for about 2 weeks with the heat index higher than that. And then you want to come to the wintertime and freeze me to the death. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of this church. I'm sick of this church. So at the end of the day, my God, I wanted to miss me too. Den darn, I wanted to miss me too. You were thinking you're cutting the grass and there's snowed in the time zone. Mother Nature is El Nino. El Nino tripping. Listen, the weather is off the chains. Do you understand? So get ready and buckle in. If that's you, you know, when we get these kind of reports, you always wonder, well, at least let me say, I always wonder, is this just the trick of the devil? Yes, because that one year, some of you all in Kansas City remember, they gave us these El Nino type winter forecasts in Kansas City. Churches were shutting down 2 weeks in advance because they were telling us, get ready, because this is going to be the worst winter snowstorm we've ever seen. Halloween. This is going to be absolutely unbelievable. Get your supplies. The people went to the stores, emptied the stores out. You couldn't find snow melt anywhere. You couldn't find, listen, they took all the bread. They took everything that they thought, the non-perishables, the what I want to say, the cupboards were bare. The shelves were empty. And here in this 2-week time, churches, I'm telling you, folks that were in Kansas City know I'm not lying. Churches had canceled services in advance. Church was already shut down. Child, we never had. So at the end of the day, they did all of this talk up, sold all the snow melt. They couldn't find it anywhere. They didn't have any more to order in. It was just unbelievable. We stocked up. We bought everything that they had. And then we didn't get not near a drop of snow, and it wasn't even cold. As a matter of fact, honey, the saints were shopping. The saints were, honey, it was like, ooh, no church for 2 weeks in a row. And honey, the folks had a time. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. The folks had a time because there was not a drop of snow anywhere. My favorite video during that time, there was a man reporting in his backyard. This is the blizzard that we've been waiting on, and somebody was throwing buckets of ice. They had, you know how you go to the hotels and they have those little buckets. They were throwing little buckets of ice on him while he was talking. This is the worst winter we've ever seen. And they were throwing, listen, it was hilarious. But at the end of the day, this weather right here is not playing. It's the real deal. Show did, Rebel. You know I'm not lying. You know, honey, the Saints were like, we got 2-week vacation. We got a 2-week vacation. We got not near a drop. So, you know, I said to myself, sometimes they pull them stunts, and I wonder if the sales are kind of slow and kind of low, if they need to get the sales up. Do they just tell us we get ready to have some bad inclement weather, and y'all just act like you lose your minds? You just go in and you start fighting folk like Black Friday or the day before Christmas, and you folks are snatching stuff out of other people's shopping carts and carrying on. I'm like, what done got a hold of you? What's wrong with you? But listen, for those that are in the areas, I will say, apparently, brace yourself. Now, this next story, I'm not going to get all into. The issue here is the reporting and who it was given to. Fox News and Tucker Carlson came out with videos. Mama, I'm not lying. I'm telling what God loves. I'm telling you what God loves. Tucker Carlson started showing clips and footages of the insurrection attempt on January 6th. Now, this is the issue, and this is why this story is in the news this morning. Other news outlets and media have been asking for this footage, and they could not get it. Now, so at the end of the day, he had the QAnon shaman. Y'all know that man that was running around in that garb and get up looking like I don't know what and who shot John. So we had him, and they also had footage of Brian Sicknick, who was the police officer that died after the riot. So he was showing this, and it was released to him by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. This is where the rub comes. When the other outlets have asked for this media, they have not been allowed or been able to get it. So they're crying foul because they're wondering, how does Tucker Carlson get access to this footage, but then other media outlets are being denied? So they're saying that they're working on the process to make the footage more widely available. That's what they said. They're working on the process to make the video footage more widely available. Now, if you ask me at the end of the day, listen.
Why you always lying?
Now, of all media outlets, Dr. Dady Priest, come on, miss me with that. To say you're working to try to make it available more widely to these others. How is it that Tucker Carlson and Fox 4, of all media outlets, I'm going to give it to you, Tall Pumps, because at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. Could it be? The devil! Baby, that ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Please believe it. It's a bunch of BS. Just upload the video. Nate the Gift, Nathan Lamont, and I see you, all kinds of shade. I feel you, BTD mom. So the other media outlets are crying foul, and they're upset because obviously, if Tucker can get it, if Fox News can get it, everybody ought to be able to get it. So at the end of the day, and God only knows what they're going to do with the footage and how they're going to present it to their viewers, because they're not going to ever. Now, I feel this way about several outlets, not just Fox 4 or Fox News rather. But at the end of the day, so much of what we get is skewed and slanted. You almost have to go. Do I have any NPR listeners in here? Any NPR listeners in here? Any of PBS? Listen, you almost have to go to all the different kinds of stations that you can kind of trust them to be. A matter of fact, if you know of a reputable news media outlet to suggest, put it in the chat, because some folks are like, well, where do we go to get the information? Because listen, you got 54941 if you're in Kansas City, you got those stations. And this is the thing that kills me. If you all notice, have you noticed that all the stories are almost verbatim, word for word? Almost verbatim, word for word. Crazy Berrytown, come on in here. Thank you for your sub, and thank you for coming in 20 months. I appreciate you for that resub. We're building something. Now listen, Crazy Berrytown is a streamer, y'all. That's my beautiful friend. If you're not following Crazy Berrytown, quit your ways. Quit your ways, because she's going to bless your whole life. She's going to Zumba you to Zion. She will do it. She's going to have a chit chat and a sip. She'll do that too. And she's our principal party to Good Grief, held right here on Fridays when we come back. I love me some you, sis. Come on in here, and thank you for that resub. Oh, Black News, y'all putting it in the chat. Black News, come on down with Roland Martin. In your opinion, I got you, DJ Roland. Some of y'all need to check out what's going, because this is what I will say. Many of our Black media outlets, as far as newspaper, is no more. So where do you get your news? Other than you all know many of those Black publications that are still out there in written form. Listen, we go to that so we can find out who's in the obituary. And am I in there this morning? Am I in the obits this morning? Many of us, that's what we use it for. But as far as substantial reporting on Black news and Black issues, I think Roland Martin, and I do want to give him props for that. And thank you for putting that in, DJ Roland. He stays vigilant on getting and reporting Black news to the Black community. And I got to give it up for him on that. Now, I don't know if y'all, DJ Roland, did you see where he called Joe Biden? He called Joe Biden the other day for filth. Yes, he did. TYT does a decent job. Thank you, Tall Pumps. TYT does and thank you for that. The same company owns all of them. Exactly, Dr. Dady Priest. Notice how some former fake news anchors are now spread across the borders, the outlets. I agree with you 100%. So what? I've got Roland Martin. Anybody else? Oh yeah. You're not surprised. Okay, so for those, and this isn't a topic that I'm going to talk about, but I will touch on it. DC really needs statehood. If you feel like DC should have their own statehood rights, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like DC, the District of Columbia, should have their own, because that area right there is predominantly Black. It's highly populated Black, but they are controlled by the government. They have no voice themselves. The president and the cabinets pick who they have here, there, and everywhere. They do not have the right to be able to be self-governed. So that's part of the issue right now, is that there was a request once more and again that they should have their own statehood and be able to select and choose who they want to, instead of having things assigned and appointed by the president of the United States and so on and so forth. So President Biden once more and again turn that down. And so, you see the devil is still up there. You see the devil is still in the midst of the peepers. So Roland Martin called him out, baby, just called him out and read him for filth. Because at the end of the day, for a population and a populace that is so heavily Black, to have this domination by the government, where I live in a place where I can't even choose my representatives. Matter of fact, so many things don't even exist for DC residents. And they're basically saying we want to have a voice. We want to be represented. We want to make our own selections. We want to be able to do all of that. And once more and again, President Biden has shut that door on that opportunity. And so, yes, Roland read him for filth, as I feel like he should have done. Why you have, no, I didn't get anyone. So y'all don't think the DC area should be given their statehood? Okay, well, maybe I'm the only one. I'm like, they are citizens of this here country. Why shouldn't they have a voice? So I guess I'm the lone wolf on this one, but I'm with Roland and the citizens, especially the black citizens of DC. Give us free. Give us free. Listen, let us have a voice and let us have a say so. Well, I stand alone on that one, but I'm with the peoples. I feel like they need to have statehood and they should be recognized just as you got little old countries. I mean, little old states like Rhode Island and New Hampshire. They most definitely should. Okay, Mama, thank you. But the government won't let that happen. Mama, I was getting a little concerned. I said, don't nobody think that DC should have statehood? Is this the Lions Den? Where am I at? I must have stepped into the wrong room. Where am I at? But at the end of the day, y'all can feel how you feel, and that's okay. I personally feel like they should have statehood, and I feel like if you can have little towns, little areas that are predominantly Caucasian, I got a one from you, Stacey. No problem. Little bitty spaces like Rhode Island, little spaces like y'all know all them little eastern, right there on the coastal, little bitty cut up areas. And the population is almost nothing, but they have statehood. Good morning, Phoenix System 80. Come on in here and mad love to you. Thank you for being in the Lions Den this morning. If those little bitty states that have predominantly Caucasian people living in them can have statehood, DC can too. So I feel kind of strongly about that. So, BTD Mom, I see you. But at the end of the day, when Biden shut the door on that opportunity and that possibility, Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, God bless you, my brother. We were praying for you the other day. Know that you had a procedure in the Heart Institute up there. And listen, we were calling your name. Come on and put the prayer hands, put the bended knees, put the prayers in there for my brother, Bishop Ronald B. Andrews. And listen, you're my comeback kid. You are just my comeback kid. Good morning to you. Come on. And we still praying for you, Bishop. We still praying for you. Let me take the devil down, because we bind the devil and all his works. Listen, I appreciate you for coming in the room. Mad love to you. And the prayers are still going up. The prayers are still going up for you, my brother. And we love us some you. Yes, I call him Mr. Integrity. You will not find anybody with more integrity than this man right here. I love me some him. I really do. Bishop, thank you for coming in, and God bless you. I want you to continue to heal. And I want you to continue to get well. And I want you to take care of yourself, Bishop. Take care of yourself and do whatever needs to be done to assist you in your healing. I love you, my brother. I love you, Ronald. I do. I love you, Ron. I love you. I love you. I love you. I have to think about her name. Have you ever called somebody by their nickname for so long? I have to actually think of her real name. But I knew his wife from way back when, and I know her nickname, Georgianne, is her real name, and I have to dig in the deepest recesses of my memory to get her real name, because y'all know I want to call her by that nickname, but I won't do that to you, sis. I won't do that to you. Thank you for those prayer hands in the chat, because we are praying for Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, and may God continue to bless you. Now, so let me tell you this, and I love global warming is real. Come on here, Fairly All Day. You better say that. I want to say this. Twinas Twitch, good morning to you. Twyna's Twitch is a streamer. And listen, if you're not following Twyna's Twitch, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because she will bless your whole life. Good morning to you, and I appreciate you for being in the chat this morning. Thank you so much. Now, listen here. I see y'all giving shout outs, so let me take my prayer down. But this is what I want to say. I love giving Bishop Andrews' testimony, because some of you all, you've not maybe had the experiences of seeing and knowing somebody that God raised them from the dead. And so please believe me when I tell you, Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, this is my brother. I love me some him. This brother was pronounced dead at the hospital and lie there for some time. Oh, I feel something turning down in my, yeah, God. So, pronounced dead and lying at the hospital. And his wife and his sister came into the room, pulled back the sheet, and began praying. Oh my God, honey, I know prayer changes things. They came in praying. And listen, y'all see him chatting in the chat, don't you? That's all. Yeah. That's all I got to say. Y'all see him chatting in the chat. No worries. I love it. You got your prayer hands. I got you. So, I take that, and every time I see my brother, and listen, I love me some him. That's why I call him my comeback kid. And I love sharing his testimony every chance I get to share it. Because I'm talking about real stuff. I ain't talking about stuff that somebody done made up. I'm talking about real stuff that I know about. As my great uncle used to say, I know for myself and not another. I know that God is a healer, and I know that God can raise from folk from the dead. Please believe it. So, Ronald, I appreciate you, Bishop, for being here, and nothing but mad love. I had to stop for station identification just to go there just a moment. Now, this is what I want to do. I got news from viewers out here sitting and waiting. I want to touch on that just a little bit. Some good stuff, because I'm going to bring, it's 8 o'clock hour. I'm going to bring some good stuff that the brother and the sister have put out here. News from viewers. I got some good stuff. And the thing I like about this, and Tall Pumps, thank you for that one. Mino, listen, Mino's birthday. Come on in here. Let me get this in. Let me just celebrate you. Happy birthday to you. And I'm so glad that you came in, because not only do I need to do a happy birthday for you, I also need to do a happy birthday for SK8843. We got birthdays up in here. Let me come on back to my live screen, because I need to get this in to Mino, and she's our 411, she's our telephone directory. Let me get her straight. She works all night long, and when she can come in, she does, and she blesses the house. I want to say happy birthday to you, SK8843. Happy birthday to you, and this is how we do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes, Mino and SK8843, also known as Sheila Miles. I appreciate you both and happy birthday to you both. So much mad love coming to you from the Lion's Den. Appreciate you. Now listen, Z-Lady C, you snuck in on me. I looked up and saw your name. I said, look at here, my sister's in the room. Happy Tuesday to you. I started to say happy birthday. Happy Tuesday to you, and thank you for being in the Lion's Den. I love me some you. I absolutely, positively do. Thank you for coming in, and good to see you in the house. Now, I got some good stuff that our viewers, news from viewers, actually just beautiful. So I'm going to shift gears, and I appreciate Truck Driver, Tall Pumps, Dr. Dady Priest. I mean, you all are always on it, sending me news for viewers. And I also, Michelle always sends stuff, and Shelly, you sent something that I want to play. Matter of fact, let me digress. And before I do these others, I want to go back and get something that Shelly put in. You know, and I say this and I share this, and I hope that we can really take this to heart. We always talk about checking on our strong friends, and she put something in. The reason I want to share this for us to remember and remind ourselves. You know, I don't think it takes a lot of energy when we say check on your strong friends. Really, all you're saying is be considerate. And I don't care who you are, even myself as a pastor, myself as, you know, a leader in a faith community. I will say I went and I try every Monday to go and spend time with my oldest big sister who's here in the city. And on Sundays, I get time to spend with my big sister who's out of the city. So I spend the weekend with my one sister, SK8843, and then I spend Monday with my sister. And I try to not miss that time. And on yesterday, I'm gonna just say, on yesterday, she gave me a good tongue lashing. She gave me I'm talking about BTD Mom. BTD Mom and the Rebel Inc. They gave me a good tongue lashing on yesterday. I said, wait a minute. I was trying to get out. BTD Mom was tongue lashing me. And she did, the Rebel. BTD Mom was tongue lashing me, and the Rebel was trying to act like an usher at church and block the door. She put her arm across the door so I could listen. This is what the Rebel said to me with her arm. The stiff usher arm. That's what I got yesterday from the Rebel Inc. As BTD Mom was giving me this tongue lashing. What did I do? Shelly Thunder, let me tell you. So, you know, Mother was Crazy Berry Town, the stiff usher arm, and blocked the door. Y'all know how them good trained ushers do. They know how to block the door. She blocked the door with the stiff usher arm, and I got a tongue lashing from BTD Mom. Told the truth. She said she told the truth to shame the devil, and I could not pass. I couldn't get past that stiff. Listen, when I tell you, Rebel posted up and blocked me in that room and would not let me out. But this is what I want to say, because Shelly Thunder, this was the thing. Z-Lady C, you understand the words that are coming out? They hemmed me up in there. They hemmed me up like some of these brothers get y'all out there in the club and won't let you loose. They hemmed me up. So listen, I said, no, Fairly, don't you get on the bandwagon. Don't you get on the don't get on the bandwagon. Don't do it. If you got that stiff usher arm and tongue lashing, okay, Shelly Thunder. So this. I'm on the check on your strong friends, and I'm on the I don't care who you are. Mama, they wore me out. Mama. So my sister told me, she said, look, this in a nutshell, I'm gonna give you a recap of what she said. You gonna get your lips, hips, and fingertips somewhere and sit down somewhere and get some rest. My niecey Ronzi is in the room. I love me some you. Come on in here, Ronzi. Ronzi is also streaming. If you're not following Ronzi, quick, your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless you over there in that stream. I promise you she will. Fairly, don't jump on the bandwagon. Don't do it. Don't do it. Baby, they hemmed me up. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? They hemmed me up and would not let me out the room. Baby, when I tell you they gave me a talking to about slowing my roll. Oh, Shelly, now don't you get on the bandwagon. Don't you get... Not that you approve that message. Listen, y'all, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get on the bandwagon with them. Please don't get on the bandwagon with them. Baby, when I tell you, but let me tell you what I understand. Team BTD Mom, Team Rebel Fairly, listen, don't go there. At the end of the day, what did I understand? What I understood was, these sisters love me, and they are my sisters, and they know I love everybody. But baby, when she told me, the message got through, BTD Mom. When she told me, basically, you gonna be there for everybody else, but you won't be there for yourself. I said, Lord, it's getting hot in here. Listen, Shelly, not sat down. Laid out and rest up, Queen Shauna. You understand? You have reached the mile limit. Sat down. What? Now wait now. Y'all. Everybody done jumped on this bandwagon. I don't know if I'm liking this. Listen, and the Rebel gonna come out. I'm with you when you're right, BTD Mom. Then darn, you need your rest. Listen. Listen. Fairly. Listen, everybody, cool your jets. Cool. Z ladies, C. Kai Chick, my evangelist is in the room. Come on, give me some help. I need some help, Kai Chick, because they done jumped on me in here. They done jumped on me in my own stream. But I understood that this was love. I understood that this was care and concern. I understood that this is a matter of saying, we need you here. We cannot allow for you to just burn yourself completely out. And I love what I do. I absolutely positive. It was much love to you, Kai Chick. So much love coming to you. But this reminder, Z Lady C, I love you too. I know y'all love me. I know. And Mino, 888, you told. They told me, Mino. They told me. Listen, when I tell you, they ganged up and told me. Everybody needs those kinds of friends. They do, Queen Shauna. We do. Everybody needs those kinds of friends. And so at the end of the day, listen, Rebel, BTD Mom, Main Man, they got me in that room and they got me told. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Rest is best. Come on here, Nathan Lamont. Because again, we're going to go back to what we've been saying so many times. This is the year of promise, but understanding that at the end of, I got told fairly. I got told. Grandpa said, don't make him. Oh my, listen, Cassandra done got Grandpa involved. Sit it on down before God sits you down, please and thank you. Listen, I tell you what. I came home and I did some yard work. It kicked my tail. And when I tell you the rest of the day was a wash, I don't remember nothing. I was just like, everything was just boop. It was just boop. So listen, they manifested that thing. You understand the words that are coming out of they told it to me. Then they manifested that thing. And next thing I do, I was waking up this morning. This right here, for all of you that are the givers, and I do have to stop here because some of you just don't know how to sit down. You just don't know how to be still. You just don't know how to not do what you do. Listen, BTD Mom, see, BTD Mom down here, listen, BTD Mom's down here shouting. I'm going to give you this shout because listen, the way you wore me out, the way you got me told, I'm like, listen right here, BTD Mom is not playing with me. She means this thing all the way down in her shondo. So this is what I'm going to give you, BTD Mom. I'm gonna hold that one. I'm gonna hold that one because listen, it ain't ready. It ain't ready. It ain't ready. Here we go. BTD mom is shouting and so is Towpaw. Y'all see all of that? BTD mom done went in. And the rebel said she's ushering this morning. I'm gonna let this go. BTD mom, you ain't by yourself. Here comes Kai Chick. Here comes Cassandra Rowe. Here comes Twannis Twitch. Fairly, don't do it, Fairly. My dearest friend, don't do it. BTD mom ain't playing with y'all. Come on, get it. Come on. And Rebels passing out communion. Mino done come in with 1-800-SET-FREE. You better get your shout, Fairly. Cassandra. Come on, BTD mom says she got you. I see you, mama. I see you, Twana. I see you, K2 Hoop. Now, if I could start Simmer Rose that morning and you came in shouting, come on, mama. Come on, Din Darn. Come on, Z Lady C. Now, I do want to say this. I'm going to come back to this other screen, though. I'm going to go to my screen share. I do want to say this. I appreciate you. I appreciate you because I do recognize that it's love. So I'm saying this, let me see which way I need to. I'm saying this for some of us that need to slow our roll, and some of those individuals out there like myself who, come on, Queen Shauna, I see you. You better get your praise on. I see you. I see you. Work it, work it, work it. You'll be quiet before y'all turn on me. Because listen, Shelly, something down in my shondo. Something down in my shondo. Clear his throat. Something down in my shondo said, listen, is this the pot calling the kettle black? That's what the old folks used to say. Is this the pot calling the kettle black? Just out here doing, listen. Fairly. You know, but somebody needs to hear this. And Shelly Thunder, listen, this word is for you too. I'm going to spread it around since y'all done gave me the beat down. Listen, I'm not the only one going to walk out of here with black and blue. I'm going to give everybody. If this shoe fits your feet, your corns, and your bunions, if this shoe fits you, I want you to listen to what is being said. And again, this comes from my sister, Shelly Thunder, put this out here. So listen to what my brother is saying. And if this is you, pay attention.
The reason 5 of us are stressed out and on the brink of walking away from everything and everybody is because we are the ones who do all the pouring. And because we are the ones who do all the pouring, we don't ever have nobody who pours back into us. So when they need a rock, we the rock for them. When they need a rider, we the rider for them. When they depressed, we speak life over them. When they ain't got it, we give them what we got. Then the moment, God forbid, you say, I need something, all they tell you is, you got it. No, I don't got it. I'm not even the type that would even tell you if something was wrong with me. So if I ever say something's wrong with me, you need to stop and realize something's wrong with me. And I'm trying not to lose my head.
I'm going to play that once more and again for the people in the back. And if you know this is you, now they done whoop me up real good up in here, but if you know this is you, go ahead and tell the truth to shame the devil. Put that one in the chat because y'all know this is you. I don't just put this on me. This is some of y'all too. Come on, tell the truth, shame the devil. Put that one in the chat because this is for you.
The reason 5 of us are stressed out and on the brink of walking away from everything and everybody is because we are the ones who do all the pouring. And because we are the ones who do all the pouring, we don't ever have nobody who pours back into us. So when they need a rock, we the rock for them. When they need a rider, we the rider for them. When they depressed, we speak life over them. When they ain't got it, we give them what we got. Then the moment, God forbid, you say, I need something, all they tell you is, you got it. No, I don't got it. I'm not even the type that would even tell you if something was wrong with me. So if I ever say something's wrong with me, you need to stop and realize something's wrong with me. And I'm trying not to lose my head.
Listen, I'm going to play it one more time. And fairly, no, the usher's at the door. The usher. Rebel said, bring your tail back. Bring your tail back, Fairly. Ain't no church finger up and walking out the door. I told y'all, Rebel is the usher in the house on today. Bring your tail back, Fairly. And I see the ones in the chat. I'm going to play it once more and again because somebody's going to get this word today.
The reason 5 of us are stressed out and on the brink of walking away from everything and everybody is because we are the ones who do all the pouring. And because we are the ones who do all the pouring, we don't ever have nobody who pours back into us. So when they need a rock, we the rock for them. When they need a rider, we the rider for them. When they depressed, we speak life over them. When they ain't got it, we give them what we got. Then the moment, God forbid, you say, I need something, all they tell you is, you got it. No, I don't got it. I'm not even the type that would even tell you if something was wrong with me. So if I ever say something's wrong with me, you need to stop and realize something's wrong with me. And I'm trying not to lose my head.
Woo! And there you have it. And Michelle, don't you try to sneak out the door with Fairly. Just come on. Pinky with the attitude. Good morning to you. You came at just the right moment. And if you recognize and see yourself in this right here, this one's for you. So listen, I want to start right there. Don't y'all quit trying to tip out. Y'all know, listen, tell the truth, shame the devil. Stop trying to tip out because you've got to stop the behavior. You've got to stop this behavior. So listen, I was a big girl. I put my big girl panties on and I let my biggest big sister just go ahead and mother me and tell me what for, why, and how come. And I'm going to sit your lips, hips, and fingertips down so you can get some rest. Now, so at the end of the day, you know, many of you all need to have that moment where you begin to realize. Now, he's really speaking to the people that are in our worlds. Now, if you're like me, I had BTD Mom, Main Man 68, and the Rebel Inc., who hemmed me up in that room on yesterday, baby. And they got me told real well. And I appreciate that. I want to say thank you, BTD Mom. Thank you, Main Man. Thank you, the Rebel Inc. Thank all of y'all for hemming me up in that room. And I'm going to go ahead and throw Fairly in there because Fairly wasn't in the room, but she's in the room because I hear it from her on a regular. But I'm saying to those of you that have these strong friends out here like myself and all of these people that put a 1 in the chat, so I want you to pay attention. You didn't raise your hand because my sister, husband, and son support even me without me saying anything. Come on. I hear you. I hear you. This is where they did a good intervention. They did a good old intervention, like I was on crack or something. They did an intervention, Tall Pumps. They did like, listen, they got me in that room and they would not let me out. That is an intervention and it was effective. New York Cheesecake, come on in here. So much mad love to you. Thank you for coming in the Lion's Den this morning. I appreciate you. Now, some of y'all need an intervention done on you, but I also want to say to those of you that have those strong, independent friends, don't make them have to ask. Did y'all hear me right there? Don't make them have to ask. Like my brother said, you needed them yesterday when your coworker was getting out of pocket. Come on here, KB Browns. There's my brother from another mother. I love you, and come on in here. So much mad love to you. Now, this is what I want us to pay attention to. Let me see. Rebel, one of my mods is New York. Y'all help me to know if New York Cheesecake somehow with that name. I got a feeling that you might be a streamer, but I'm not for sure. But at the end of the day, that part, because we won't, Shelly Thunder, because we won't. Not by, you're not saved by no client phone call. I need you to get the on demand. Get it? But come on, get the on demand. You are a strong, independent friend in need of other strong, independent friends. Come on here. Come on here. Come on here. Listen, this is the thing I want us to identify. That no man, no woman is an island. We all need one another, and we all need somebody. Just do it and do it now. Intervention power. Come on here, Cassandra. Come on here. Come on, I am Robin C. Good morning to you, sis. So much mad love to you. Thank you for listen, Rebel said we blocking peoples in real life. She blocking y'all at the door. Y'all not gonna get out of here today. Not without getting this. Listen. It's twofold. Those of us that are so independent, yes, we do need to come to a point of saying and speaking when we need help and when we need support. But like the brother was saying, the point really that the brother was saying, for those of us when we do it and we get to our brothers and sisters and who we feel like would be a support system to us, when we do it and get that, you good, you good, you good. When we get that part right there, when you've always got to be the rock, when you've always got to be the support, when you've always got to be, I'll ride with you, when you always, what we're really asking for is that you just be sensitive to the fact. She's a bouncer now. KB Brown, she bouncing folk. Listen, we need you to pay attention. We need you to be conscientious and listen. I will say, even on yesterday, BTD Mom, Main Man 68, Rebel, they gave me a good talking to on yesterday. I needed that. They didn't wait till I was completely tapped out. They didn't wait till I was completely under. They didn't wait until there just ain't no more juice, no more gas in the tank. They caught me when I was running low before I got to E. You understand what I'm saying? They before I got to E. Come on, Shelly Thunder. And when we do the responses, oh, that sucks. I'm praying for you. Come on with that. Listen, I know prayer changes things, but listen, that is a cop-out. That can be a serious cop-out that you don't want to be bothered. That can be, and listen, can I just call a spade a spade? Yes, when you ask for help and get shut down, you withdraw even more. And I hear you, Tall Pumps, you're guilty of that. And I understand why. I understand it. I get it. When you ask for the help and you get shut down, you withdraw even more. Please understand it. I talked about that a little bit on the other day when I was saying I got to a point where people started coming, people that love me started coming and trying to crack my shell. But it was like that shell had got so hardened by then, and I had gotten so shut down by then, I couldn't respond. Even if I had wanted to respond, and quite frankly, at that time, I didn't want to respond. How come I didn't want to respond? Because listen, I've been asking for help all this time and I couldn't get none. Now that I done counted you out and moved on, now you want to come bring me some help. So, you know, it's that part right there, Crazy Berry Town, that part right there where we've got to pay attention and we've got to respond to people at their time and place of need. That's why strong people struggle alone, where we're there for everybody. And then when you turn around and ask for help, it's like, I ain't got nothing for you. That disassociation, Tall Pumps, by then I was totally disassociated. And you could talk to me till the cows came home, but I ain't got nothing for you because listen, when I came to you in need of help, I don't need your prayers. I need help. Now, somebody's going to say, oh, I know you on the wrong. No. Hear what I'm saying. When people come to you asking for help, they're not looking for you to say, I'm praying for you, baby. Everything's going to be all right. No, and no again. Let me tell you what that is. That is you not wanting to be bothered with them. That's you not wanting to maybe confront some of your own stuff. Some folks, you got stuff that's in your baggage cart, in your shopping cart, that you got stored up and laid up, and you haven't dealt with your stuff. And rather than hear anything that might trigger and touch on something that's going on with you, I pray for you, baby. God bless you. You okay? You got no. Stop praying for me, especially if you the one trying to suck the life out of me. BTD mom, that part right there. Come on. And can I read it once more and again? Stop praying for me, especially if you the one trying to suck the life out of me. Now you said a whole word right there. So Shelly Thunder, I want to appreciate you for that. And no one, come on here. Come on. We talking in here because this is real talk. We're talking about the time of the promise and everything that you got coming to you. But listen, even in this time, we still need support and we still need to be there for one another. We still need to be there for each other. So this is the part right here. I want us to be very, very clear. And no one is there when we need it. And I'm gonna tell you, I have the most perfect story of a situation where I had gone through a sexual assault. And I called a friend that, I mean, when I talk about a friend to the end, I had put my life on the line for this friend. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. And you get a 3 o'clock in the morning call from me in the morning. You know, I don't call at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't do that. You get a 3 o'clock call from me in the morning and you worried about this, that, and the other, so-and-so gonna think I'm cheating. I can't talk right now. Click. I'll never forget it. And I'll never call you again. And you'll never get another thing out of me because I'm done. I'm done. I mean, literally done put my life on the line for you. And I call you at 3 o'clock in the morning in distress. I mean, beyond distress. And you couldn't even hear. I didn't even get a word out of my mouth. You whispering and hanging up the phone. Click. Okay. I see how we rolling. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. But I'm telling you, these are the types of people that will suck everything out of you and suck you dry and give you nothing back. And that's where you got to start drawing the line and understanding the times and the season. And sometimes the season is saying to you, move around. That's my friend Debbie. That's one of her favorite sayings. Move around. Sometimes you just got to tell folks, move around. And that was my move around moment. And I looked and I said, now I, not once, but many times have put my life in danger for you. And when I call in my hour of distress, and you know I don't call you at 3 o'clock in the morning. When I call you in my hour of distress and you hung up the phone and didn't even let me speak, whispering, I'm done with you. Just now we still friends, yes, but you got another peep out of me? Not about me. You can still come and talk to me about you, but you're not gonna hear me say not one word about myself, because at this point I already know it ain't about me. It's all about you. So since it's all about you, we're gonna make this all about you. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna be there for you within limits. Because, baby, that getting up in the middle of the night and jumping in the car and running hither, thither, and yon, that ended. Over. It's over. Because at the end of the day, listen, when Jesus said, couldn't you watch for me 1 hour? Y'all, I went in here to pray because my soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death. And I'm about to give my life for you, literally. And you couldn't watch for 1 hour? You couldn't stay awake for 1 hour? Come on here. So some of y'all have those experiences where the folks in your life could not watch with you for 1 hour, even though you done given your lives for them. But you need to wake up and smell the coffee, because that needs to change. It's unhealthy. It's unbalanced. Am I talking to anybody in here? It's really selfish. I'm gonna go ahead and say the word. I'm tap dancing all around it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say the word. Some folk need to identify, am I a selfish friend? There was a season in my life, and I'm going to tell what God loves, and that's the truth. There's a season in my life, I woke up and I was insanity, but when I realized there wasn't no point in me talking about the people being crazy and insane, because listen, if all birds of a feather flock together, if all your friends are crazy, you probably crazy too. I said what I said. But I looked up and I came to myself in the hog pen and I said, listen. At the end of the day, I'm through with this madness because you are the worst friends ever. Oh, this is hot coffee. This is hot. This is the hottest coffee. This is the hottest coffee. I'm serving it up. I'm brewing it even as we speak. I came to the conclusion. I said, for the good friend, for the excellent friend that I am to you, not some days, but every day, for the good friend that I am to you, you are the worst friends. I said what I said. And at the end of the day, can we deal with it and call the spade a spade? You're selfish because there's no way that you can go through the journey that you're going through and think that your friends don't have a need to. You're selfish. I said it and I'll say it again. Some of you all need to just sit down and identify, tell the truth and shame the devil about yourself. Are you a selfish friend? Are you always on the receiving end? Are you the one that's always doing the talking and the telling and the belly aching and the crying and the suffering and the going through? Are you the one, or is this thing anywhere near balanced? And I'm not talking about tit for tat, but I'm just saying at the point in time when your friend needs support and your friend needs you to be there, are you I'm mentally tapped. I'm emotionally unavailable. I just can't do it. Listen, there's a song we used to sing back in the day, but it said, listen, I went to my neighbor and I said, neighbor, I need your help. My neighbor said, I can't help you, brother, because I'm looking for help myself. Some of our friends, they can't never help us because they're always looking for help themselves. But listen, there ought to be some days, sometimes, somewhere where you got some strength to be there for somebody else. I said what I said, and it's the truth anyhow. If you so tore up from the floor up that you listen, pay your dollars, pay your coins, go get you a professional therapist. Stop ringing my phone. We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be friends, but you can never be a support for me. You can never be a rock for me. You can never listen to me. You can never understand me having a bad day, having a bad moment, having a bad time. But you a selfish friend. I said what I said. DJ P-Foo is a streamer, y'all. He's in the house. This is my brother. I love me some you. If you're not following DJ P-Foo, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because DJ P-Foo is going to bless your whole life. It's good to see you in here today, my brother. So much mad love coming to you. So when we're K2 Hoop, when we are looking for help, we're really looking for help. This ain't no game. I know attention. There are folks that listen, I use ADD in a different way. Y'all talking about ADD from your perspective of the medical, but I'm saying ADD, you got attention deficit disordered folk that just want attention. Ain't nothing wrong with them. They just want attention. We are not ADD. We're talking about folks that, as K2 Hoop said, when we looking for help, we're really looking for help because 9 times out of 10, we done already suffered in silence before we even ask anybody for some help. Can I get a witness up in here? I know what I'm talking about because I've lived this journey that I'm talking about right now. I've lived this. So I don't have to ask anybody, am I talking good? Am I telling the right thing? Listen, I'm telling the truth, DJ Rollum. I'm telling the truth. I know what I'm talking about because Shelly Thunder, I've been here, done that, but delivered. I'm telling you, it's an entire word, Star Simmer Rose. And we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Come on here. My Lock Journey. Mad love to you and good morning to you. Come on in here. I'm looking and I'm saying these are situations that we need to address in our communities and turn this stuff around, because at the end of the day, these strong friends, come on, Crazy Berrytown. Listen, I love how you support everybody. I love how you're there. I love how you've been there for me. But y'all better know Crazy Berrytown needs support. Crazy Berrytown needs somebody to be there. Are y'all understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? Come on, Kai Chick. You can relate to me. You know what I'm talking about. Traumas on top of traumas, Tall Pumps. And at the end of the day, I won't call you again, Tall Pumps. Listen, if you're listening to me, God bless you. And this may be the first you heard it. Because if you wonder why your phone stopped ringing, I'll never call you again. I'll never, not never, I'll never, ever, ever call you again. Please believe it. Am I talking to anybody? So at the end of the day, I have not blocked her. I have not cut her off. I have not deleted her out of my life. I just understand she's selfish. I said what I said. She ain't just overwhelmed. She's selfish. And some of y'all need to just back up, shame the devil, tell the truth. You just call a spade a spade. Some of y'all have some selfish friends. And some of you need to stop and make an assessment. Thank you for those roaring biddies, BTD Mom. We're building something. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate you for those roaring biddies. We're building something. So at the end of the day, some of us need to really just go ahead and call. When people show you who they are, believe them. You showed me that you're selfish. I didn't ask anybody, and I'm not giving an injustice. You're selfish. You're selfish. Come on. You're selfish. It's just, listen, you know how I do it in here. No cream, no sugar. I take this coffee strong and black because I tells it like it T-I-Z-tis. So at the end of the day, some of us don't have friends. Some of us have leeches. And you have to make an assessment on that as well, Tall Pumps. Be gone. You better decree and declare it. Ashe. My mama used to say, if you a stretching friend, then you need to be connecting to stretching friends. You out here stretching for them, but they can't stretch at all, my life journey. Your mama better say it. Yeah, she better say it. She better say it. So at the end of the day, y'all, thank you, Shelly Thunder. Thank you, because we need to hear it. We need to understand it. We need to identify it. We need to speak on it, because listen, this in the community is destroying us. It's destroying us. Come on, Shelly. Depending on which category my friends move themselves in, I just might have turned into that selfish friend. I hear you talking. And at the end of the day, it's really not you being selfish. It's really you identifying self-care and boundaries for yourself. That's really what it is. You begin to decide we're going to have a different set of boundaries for this friendship and this relationship, because this right here ain't it. And fair weather friends, I hear y'all talking. I see you, Den Darn. I see you. I see all of y'all. I'm coming down and I'm bringing it on down. Always looking for help, Star Simmer Rose. That friend that's always looking for help, but ain't never got no help to give. Cassandra Roke, you know what I'm saying? BTD Mom, now praying for healing for, oh, thank you. I got truth. Listen, I'm going to tell you what, BTD Mom, I got some of the best friends in the world. And this is what I'm going to say to everybody that finds themselves in that situation where you look up and all your friends are selfish friends, or most of your friends are selfish friends. Baby, when you let them go, the right folks will come. Oh, I said something right there. Can I say it once more and again? When you let them leeches go and those selfish friends go, or readjust how they hold space in your life, because they taking up all the space, can't nobody else get in. And I said what I said. Thank you for following, Clepit. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Lion's Den. I see you, Squid. Come on through. So much mad love to you. And thank you for being a first-time chatter. Make room for somebody else, Shelly Thunder. Make room for some. When you go ahead and clean house and get all those selfish friends out of the way that are taking up all the space, you can make room for those friends that are really true friends that can come into your life. But they can't get in the room as long as the room is congested with all the selfish friends taking up all the space. I said what I said. Thank you for those roaring biddies fairly all day. We're building something. Thank you for those biddies. Clap it. I'm just telling the truth like it is. Y'all know how I do it in here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black, because I tells it like it T-I-Z-tis. So, and I don't just throw shade. I shed light. Thank you for those biddies. Thank you for those roaring biddies, Star Simmer Rose. We're building something. So this is where I say to us, I need us to pay attention. And even as Shelley said, this is a plague for our strong Black independent folk especially, but just all across the board, independent individuals. Thank you for those roaring biddies, honey, 41. We're building something. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. Listen, because I need us to come into our place of promise. I need us to come into what God has called us to, but knowing you're going to need support. No man, no woman is an island. You're going to need some support, and you're going to need somebody to be there for you. So this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to segue. I have some more that I'm going to show, but I'm not going to do it today because I'm running out of time. I want to come to the thought that I want to deal with this on this week, because in the Institute for Higher Consciousness, I'm not going to reteach the class, but I do want to jump on this concept that was brought to the class on Saturday. We were talking about atoms, and we're talking about getting in the flow. Get in the flow. Anything that's damming up your liver, your river, anything that too, anything that's damming up your river of life that's flowing out of you, I need you to undam yourself. And you're going to hear me say this over and over again. Undam. UNDAM, undammed, UNDAMMED. Until you become undamned, you will be damned. Hear what I'm saying? Until you become undamned, you will be damned. You'll find yourself in a situation, and a sister, and a place where you just cannot move. Undamned. Thank you, Star Rose. Thank you for spelling that correctly, because I know some folk was putting it in the chat. I'm undamned. Come on here fairly all day. Decree it and declare it and speak it over yourself. I'm undamned. And listen, sometimes when you have had and you've been dammed up, that means that there's a block there. You're stopping the water from flowing into certain areas. So this is where we begin to identify and understand when the water becomes undammed and you've got some dirt, you've got some soot, you've got some kind of debris that's out there. It might float around as long as you're dammed up. But once you become undammed, that debris, that dirt, that whatever it is out there that's floating around and been floating around while you were dammed, it has to move, because once you start flowing, it cannot stay there. It gets out all the dirt, Squid. It gets out all the dirt. So this is the part as we move into this place of flowing. I'm saying even to those of us that identified so well to that video, and listen, been there, done that, but delivered. I appreciate my siblings. I appreciate my dear close friends that called me on the carpet and pulled my coattail. But I also appreciate coming to a place and space where I'm able to say, I need help. I'm able to pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm concerned. Listen, during the time, and y'all know this has really been a tremendously difficult journey with regard to grief and grieving these last several months. And listen, grief is something, y'all. Grief is something. It is something. But even with the grief, I'll be undamned. And we say that all the time. Well, I'll be undamned. Cassandra Woke said that in the chat when we were doing the teaching, and it just, give us free, Crystal Method. Good morning to you. Give us free. I am undamned. I'll be undammed. That's what I need you. I need that river flowing. I don't need you dammed up, because again, I'm going to say it again. Once it's dammed up, then yes, it can just float in there. Once it's dammed up, you got all kind of debris, dirt, and all kind of refuse floating around in there. But once you become undammed, you can really begin. That stuff is going to move just in your flow. You ain't even got to speak to it. Y'all hear what I'm saying? You don't even have to speak to the dirt. Dirt's going to flow when you start flowing. You don't have to speak to the debris. Debris's going to move when you start flowing. You understand? You don't have to speak to the refuse, because all of that's going to start flowing. It's going to start moving when you start flowing. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? When you stop flowing, there is a movement of everything in your life that needs to be moved out of your life. I talked about it this way as well when I was saying on in the class, when you understand and you can identify frequency. In the old days, come on, flow, Star Simmer Rose. I'm telling you, I've been telling folks, BTD Mom, I've been telling folks, flow is my religion. And even when I come to that, listen, even what we consider salvation in the Christian tradition, when they pierced him in the side and when they put the crown of thorns on his head, what was the deliverance? And listen, they pierced him in the side. What came out? Blood and water, plasma and water, both of those are fluids. There's a flow. It's a flow that delivered you even from the standpoint of salvation, the way y'all want to teach it. So understand there's a flow and there's a healing. There's a deliverance in the flow. Am I talking to anybody? Water and blood, KB Browns, came flowing out. Do you understand the significance of that? There is something that is of salvation magnitudes. There's something that's of deliverance magnitude when you can get into the flow. Hear me when I say it. In the flow is where it lies. And so listen, when I tell people, listen, flow is my religion, because listen, a whole lot of this stuff is damned up. A whole lot of this stuff is listen, tradition of men, stupid stuff that means nothing at all. At the end of the day, once I got undamned, then I begin to see as the flow moved, and I use the analogy. Back in the day, I remember we had a radio, and it had a round knob on it. We had to turn the knob, and when you're not exactly on the station, you hear all of this static and all of this, but the closer you tune in and get on that station, the more clear it becomes. When you get in your frequency, when you get in your space, because all of us have a different frequency. When you get on your channel, can I put it like that? When you get on your channel, the static will begin to leave. The same as the concept of the flow and the dirt leaving, the debris leaving, the refuse leaving. All of that begins to leave once you get in the flow. Why? Because I'm in and on my frequency, and all of the static that identifies that I'm not completely on my frequency clear. And listen, that's all that's happening in many of your lives. You're now coming into a place where you're getting on your frequency. Am I talking? When you're not tuned in, you're turned off. Come on, G Money. Come on in here, G Money, man. So much mad love to you, and thank you for being a first-time chatter. Welcome to the Lion's Den. When you get on your frequency, all of that static in your world, all of that static in your environment, all that static in your family. Listen, Kai Chick was talking about a situation on her job where she just kept walking in her boss energy. She kept walking in her boss energy. And things were going on, things were going down. But she said her co-worker said to her, when it resolved, because she refused to move out of her boss energy. And guess what? She came out victorious. But when she came out victoriously, her co-worker said to her, oh, because the office, now you hear what I'm saying? The whole office was out of balance, but now it feels like it's balanced again. Why? Because they need to be on the correct frequency. Never underestimate the power of your boss energy. Sometimes it's just a matter of your frequency coming into the room to set the room in order. Am I talking to anybody? When you get on your frequency, when you operate in your channel, when you are in your space and you are undamned, undam yourself. When you are undamned and begin to flow, it will change the whole atmosphere. Am I talking to anybody? Come on in here, My Lock Journey. Come on here, G Money Man. Tawana, I understand the concept. When you are undamned, oh my God, and all the rivers begin to flow into this river, and we get a bigger river, and it flows into this river, and it goes into another, and next thing you know, we got a whole ocean. That's how we're going to change the world. We're going to bring all of these rivers together. We're going to bring all of these frequencies together. And you talk about a dynamo. So I'm going to say this. It's 8:51. I got to get ready to get out of here. But I want you to understand this. I see you. I see you, honey, 41. I see you, my life journey. I see you, mama. Listen, and I'm glad that I'm talking to you. I want you to understand, even then, we started talking about, now, I'm going to just go back through this real quickly. And I'm not going to teach the class, but I want to just touch on some points that I want us to talk about. If we understand, we used to say the smallest particle known to us was the atom. Well, they split the atom. And now we know that and this is going to change too in time, because listen, science and technology is constantly moving on and evolving. And so should you. You should constantly be moving on and evolving. So we understand now that the quark is the smallest particle known to man. And I just want to underscore known to man, because we don't know it yet. Whatever else there is out there, just like the atom was the smallest particle when many of us were growing up. But I was aware when I want to say they came into quarks in the late 70s, early 80s, because I remember having that conversation with my father. So understand, quarks make up atoms. Atoms bind together and make up molecules. So this is what I want to say when we talk about the way the world is. And I think fairly all day, I think she said this in the class, that they bond and they unite together to make molecules. I want us to understand when I say us, you, me, we all at the end of every one of these streams and podcasts, I'm saying you get in your frequency and become the atom that you are created to be, the atom that you truly are, and the power. And we're talking about moving in atomic energy in healing the land. I'm not talking about coal. I'm not talking about oil. I'm not talking about wood. I'm not talking about any of those things. I'm talking about atomic energy versus all of those other types of energy that we've relied on in the past. Is the difference between night and day. So if we understand the power of all of us uniting together, us, you, me, we all, and each time you bind and you bond another atom to another atom, that's when you start making molecules. And there are new molecules that God is ready to create through us. Hear me when I say this. There are new molecules in this age and beyond, that me locking up with my lock journey, that's a new molecule. Me hooking up and bonding to Mama T, that's a new molecule. You understand what I'm saying? Me hooking up and bonding with all of the different ones, DJ Varmar, that's a new molecule. Me hooking up with Honey 41, that's a new molecule. Me hooking up with Cassandra Woke 2022, that's a new molecule. It might be me hooking up with My Lock Journey, Honey 41, DJ Varmar, that's a new molecule. Understand, when we start talking about moving in atomic energy in this hour, when we start, come on, divine connections, honey, that's what I'm talking about. Divine connections. When we start connecting to our divine connections that we were meant to combine with from the foundation of the world and for this hour, not for 10 years ago. The world wasn't ready 10 years ago, but the world is ready now. In 2023 and beyond, the world is ready for us. In 2023, the world is ready for flow. In 2023, the world is ready for a tsunami. In 2023, the world is ready for atomic change. Oh my God, the world is ready for the new molecules. Am I talking to anybody? The world is ready for the new molecules that we've never seen before. It's time for the new discovery. It's time for the evolution. It's time for the new manifestation. That's why I tell you, flow is my ministry. Flow is my religion. Y'all can keep that old stuff. I'm looking for folks that can flow. I'm looking for folks that are atomic. I'm looking for folks. I'm not looking for coal. Yes, I've used coal before. I had a warm morning stove in my house. I've used coal before, but that carbon footprint is killing us. We've used oil, but that carbon footprint is killing us. Am I talking to anybody? I'm talking about atomic that is so much more clean and so much more powerful. Now, you got Chernobyl, but you remember the accident. Listen, man does all their little foolishness while they're on their journey to understand. But I promise you, atomic energy is always going to be cleaner and safer than all of this other stuff out here. Am I talking to anybody? I said what I said. It's going to provide so much more than your coal. It's going to provide so much more than your gas and oil. It's going to provide so much more than your wood. When we become atomic and get on our frequency, and not only the power that I have in and of myself, because I'm powerful all by myself. Ask somebody, when they split the atom and made the hydrogen bomb, ask me, was it powerful? Ask me, was it transformative? Ask me. You saw the manifestation of it. It's powerful. But at the end of the day, when we start binding together, and it's time for me to get out of here, when we start bonding together with the other divinely assigned atoms, find your atoms. Find your atoms. And even going back to the beautiful, beautiful video that Shelly Thunder gave us. Listen, at the end of the day, some of those atoms you need to unhook from, because some of those molecules become toxic. Some of those molecules become toxic. Atomic flow is boss energy. I know. Come on here, Cassandra. We're atomic. We're in the atomic age. That's why I said, listen, even from the biblical perspective, y'all can have the Old Testament, knock yourself out. You can have the New Testament, knock yourself out. I'm in the Now Testament. And the Now Testament is atomic. The stuff that y'all talking about, listen, go on with your wood, go on with your oil, go on with your coal, go on with all of that. Go on with all of that. I'm looking at splitting atoms up in here. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Y'all can have that. Have the old, have the new. I'm splitting atoms. Come on, listen. I used Michelle Brownell. I had a segment that I called my Atom, ATOM, Adam, ADAM. You done stepped on my toes and took me back about 5-10 years. But I used to talk about the atom, the ATOM, ADAM. Your atom is on the way. Your atom is on the way. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Your listen, I used to call it the atom, the ATOMADAM, and I haven't talked about that in years and years and years. But you went there, sis, and I appreciate you. That's because we on the one. We on that frequency. We on that frequency, girl. We on that and we are the atom, ATOMADAM. And I used it from the premise of the first atom. I ain't worried about the first atom. I'm the second atom. So at the end of the day, I'm talking about the atomic atom. Matter of fact, might be the third atom. How about that? So at the end of the day, I'm talking at an atomic atom level. I ain't talking. And listen, can I say this to you, Michelle? When your atom, ADAM, comes, he's going to be atomic. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I said what I said. When your atom, ADAM, comes, he's going to be atomic. Woo! Well, that's where we going to end it right there. Because let's go. Let's go, Michelle. Let's go. Because I feel something else brewing up in here. Some of y'all been out here waiting for your atom, ADAM, and your atom is just, listen, he just been waiting for you to translate over to your atom, ATOM, so he can send you an atomic atom. Y'all ain't ready for me. Y'all not ready for me. Y'all not ready for me. Don't you hook up until you get that atomic atom. Please, 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 please. But you with me when I'm right. Come on, y'all. Y'all been sitting there saying, where's my baby? Wait for the atom to come. I said what I said. Wait for the atom to come. And listen. You want that atomic atom, K2. That's what I'm talking about. Don't y'all bring nothing less. Don't y'all bring nothing less than the atomic atom up in my space, because we ain't playing up in here. So you know how I feel about that. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I can go on and on and on. The hour has come for me to cease talking. So nothing less, Rebel. Nothing less. You ready? Let's go. Okay, that's what we're going to do, Michelle. Hiroshima 2023. Or for those of you that say Hiroshima. Anyway, we in here. We in this space, y'all. We in here. Y'all. Fairly, you came back just in time for your atomic atom. For your atom, ATOMADAM. You walked back just in time to get your atomic atom. I'm not mad at you. Now listen, we got to get up out of here because my time is far spent. I love you guys. I absolutely positively do. I hope that what I've said today has been beneficial to you. We're going to keep talking along this line. Once more and again, Shelly Thunder, thank you for that video. It was a release for us today. Not on a release, but a relief for those that find or have found themselves as that one that really has been independent and unable to find the support and the help needed on this journey. Y'all turn that thing around. We don't live there anymore. Hear me. We don't live there anymore. We've moved on to a whole new place, a whole new space. I want you to get that down in your shando, get that down in your spirit. That was me. And for those of you all that identified as that person that never, you're always the rock and never can find a person to be a rock. I want y'all to release your space. Release some of the people from your lives that are taking up space in your world and make space for the people that are going to be there for you. Make space for them to come. It might be that there's no space for the new folk to get in because those old folk are taking up all the space. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Well, be encouraged today because it won't be this way always. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Yes, You O-Cube. Yes, I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. And you can follow me out here, y'all. I'm out here. Listen, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Patreon, Twitch, Patreon, Discord, and more. I got all of those mixed up, but you know where I am. Find me out there, saints. Now, listen, I talk about change, but we're not just talking change. I want you to be the change. Is anybody listening to me? I need you to be the change that you want to see. And at the end of the day, listen, it's us, you, me, we all. This Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. Pinky with an attitude. It was just great to have you this morning. So much love coming to you. Now listen, we're in this thing together, and we are relentless. You're going to hear us roar. You're going to see atoms binding to other atoms. My atom is going to bind with your atom, and we're going to make a molecule. And I'm telling you, this new molecule is going to be strong enough and powerful enough to change the world. That's what boss energy is about. That's what we're talking about. Boss energy. This is the way we flow. This is the way we roll. Please believe it. And at the end of the day, as long as I'm in love, I don't have a spirit of fear. I don't have a spirit of intimidation. I've got power. I've got love. I've got a sound mind. And I understand quite clearly, I am all powerful in love. Please believe it, because I surely am. Now, I thank everybody that came in the Lion's Den today. Thank you for your support. Thank you fairly all day. BTD Mom, Mama, Honey, Ronzi, Star Simmer Rose. Thank you for those roaring biddies. The Rebel Inc., Michelle Browno, Shelly Thunder. Those are the best mods anywhere. To all of those that follows and to all of the resubs today, we're building something. Please believe it. We're building something. This beautiful, awesome song is brought to you by none other than Regina Sims. I appreciate the permission to utilize her ministry on this stream. Now listen, I want you to copy the raid message because we're going somewhere. Get your stuff, get your bags, get ready because the raid train is moving. Should you be dropped off the train, put down in the chat where we're going, please, mods. Put down in the chat in case the train drops you off or you miss the train, because we want you to come on over there and share with us wherever we're getting ready to go. Now, at the end of the day, you know how we say it over here. Our moderators, I'm going to get some rest today, fairly. I'm going to get some rest, said with sweet lips. I know how you do it. I know how you do it. Thank you for that. Now, listen. As we get ready to get up out of here, I want y'all to go ahead, copy the raid message. We love to tell you, and we say it, we're going to DJ Q the mixologist. If you miss and fall off the train, if you were standing out there on the platform and you got too close to the edge and fell off, get an Uber. If you get left, make sure you make it to DJ Q the mixologist. Copy that raid message. I love me some UKB Browns. Now listen, as we always say, have an amazing day on purpose. And my final parting words, do what you love what you do, and peace for your journey.